For making ghee, you have to first churn out the butter from the cream that you have collected, which you can do using a hand blender, manual whisk, mixer jar, or your bare hands. What I'm using today is a food processor, which is the best way that I have come across till now to get the butter out of the cream. The food processor I'm using is Philips, and I don't think that this model is anymore available in the market. The attachment that I'm going to use is this whisk disc-like attachment, and it churns out the butter in a matter of minutes. So this is the cream that I have collected for about a month now, and I had been storing it in the freezer. I took it out yesterday and I add around 2 to 3 tablespoons of curd, and I mixed it well, and then I placed it in the fridge, not the freezer. I placed it in the fridge, and now I just took it out from the fridge to start with the process of making. You can see that the cream is very cold right now, and it is good if it's cold because then it makes the process of separating the whey and butter very fast. So let me now empty this cream into my food processor jar. Now add water as per the requirement. Honestly speaking, I went a bit too overboard with filling my jar because I should have actually done it in 2 batches, but I was too lazy to do that. So make sure whenever you are doing this process, it should not go over 3/4 of the capacity of your jar. I am running it in the second speed, and you can see that the butter has started separating, and it happened just under a minute's time. So you can see we now have the butter beautifully separated, and because it is cold, it is still thick and not runny, and it's easy to manage. Let us now drain out this water. You can repeat this process 2 to 3 times based on how sour your butter or that water is. And then you can use this water to even make buttermilk or even extract paneer out of it. Now, whenever you make ghee, always use a heavy bottom pan. This is a tri-ply pan because otherwise there are chances of you burning your ghee in the process. Now squeeze out the excess water from the butter and start placing it in the pan. Because if there's a lot of water, it will take a lot of time to evaporate that water, and hence it will extend the cooking time. Just look at the amount of butter that we got from that pot of cream. And if you have little makhan chores at home, you can feed them too.
Delicious.
So this is the butter that I have collected. Now let's turn on the gas. I have put the flame on medium to low until the butter melts. Keep on stirring it occasionally.
So now all you have to do is you have to wait for the butter to melt.
Keep stirring it and do not forget to scrape the sides as well. While making ghee, be patient and do not put your flame on high, just so that you can complete this process faster. Four minutes into the process, you can see that it has started frothing. So now you can see that the butter has started boiling, and it is safe to put your flame at the lowest so that there is no chance of burning it. 5 minutes more into the process, and you can see that the froth is getting lighter, and we are still on the lowest flame. 5 minutes more into the process and this is how it looks. Five minutes more and you can see that it has become lighter, and you can also see the milk solids that are being formed. So now you can see that the froth is almost clearing up and the ghee will be ready very soon. Now what you can do is you can check the milk solids, and if they look very white then it means that it is still not cooked properly, and if you're storing your ghee for a longer period of time then the ghee may go bad. So make sure that these solids turn slightly brown, golden brown, which indicates that your ghee is perfectly cooked. Now if you want that yellow color to your ghee, you can add a pinch of turmeric powder at this stage, but I do not usually do that because I am very happy with the way I get the ghee as it is. And now you can see that these milk solids have also turned brown, so I will turn off the flame, and because it's a thick bottom pan, it will still retain the heat. And this frothing that happens the second time is also an indication that your ghee is ready. So the ghee has now started bubbling and you can see the beautiful golden color, and you can also see the milk solids that are settled down. Now if you want, you can skim this froth out and discard, but this is ghee fat, so it is perfectly fine to leave it at that. So I can see that it is still bubbling a bit, so let it cool down and make sure that you handle it very carefully when the ghee is hot. If you want to immediately transfer it into any container, transfer it into a steel one, because a glass container may crack and the plastic container, we know it would melt in this heat. So let's wait for it to cool down a bit more, but not too much, because otherwise it will start solidifying and then it will be difficult for you to pour it into a container. But if that happens, you can slightly heat the pan until the ghee melts and then you can pour it again. So you can see here that this is the amount of milk solids that I have strained out of the ghee that I have prepared. You can use it to make sweets or anything. So this is the strainer I generally use to strain the ghee. It is very easy to clean because you can detach each and every component of it, because the ghee tends to get accumulated in the nooks and crannies. But you can take everything off and clean it very easily. So you can see here that I have got 2 bottles of ghee from approximately 30 liters of milk. It depends on the type of milk that you use. I use A2 milk from Akshay Kalpa, which gives me good amount of cream every day. I kept it for 1 full day and it's now cooled down. You can see how the ghee has turned. I hope this video helps you extract homemade ghee. Do let me know in the comment section if this has really helped you.